Hello everybody, this is Cody Tipton. I wanted to go over a system we use at my work. This is a wastewater processing machine called the ALAR. And what that does is that takes all of our wastewater from the plant and treats it, and so it's clean and able to send out to the city, or we reuse the water. All right, so all the bad water, all the wastewater from the corrugator, from the flexo folder gluers, all that wash up water, all that ink and starch, all that bad water comes down into the system, into the piping, and then flows down into our pit here. And from there, we pump it out into our treatment tank, which is a 3,000 gallon treatment tank. All right, and we'll test the pH, we'll check a few things to see how much chemical we need to add. All right, and we use this MC280 here, which is like a dry powder flocculant. And what that does is that separates the solids from the water. So you get clean water and then you get solids all separated inside the water. And I can show you how that looks right now. All right, after we treat that, now we have all that water that's separated from the solids, right? And that gets pumped into our pan here for our rotary vacuum drum. All right, so we build up the filter, okay, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches, right? And we use perlite, right? Very similar to diatomaceous earth that you might use in your pool or something like that, but much safer and cleaner because it doesn't have any silica. So we'll use that perlite, we'll build up the filter, and then once we built up the filter, we'll start injecting our solids, our wastewater into here. And then once that gets pumped in, it will suck through the filter, sucks through the filter that we built, the perlite, right? The solids stay on there, and then the good clean water gets pumped into our tank here, right? So you'll see here, right? This is what it looks like, right? You'll have, let's see if I can find this. You'll have the filter on the back side and then the solids on the front side, and that just shaves off a little bit at a time, That way it keeps processing, and then you get all that bad material you don't want to send out to the city here, right? And we just throw that away. All right, all that good clean water gets sent to the tank here, right? That's that right there. It is clean water. It seems a little dark. That's because it has a little bit of metal in it called molybdenum. And you know, before we send that to the city, we have to send it to an ion exchange system to pull out the rest of that metal, and then that water is really clear and clean. But here we don't do that. I designed the system myself. We filter it a few times, and that comes into our storage tank here, and that holds all that good clean wastewater, and then we reuse it for our starch system over there. We make glue out of it, so we don't send any water to the city, right? Saves a ton of money. Yeah, works out good. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's our wastewater system. A little bit about what we do. It probably takes, I don't know, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to process a whole 3,000 gallon batch. And that all really is dependent on how much solids is in the water, right? More solids in the water, it takes longer to filter and treat. Less solids in the water, obviously it goes much quicker. All right, let me shut off the mixer so we can see. Shut off the mixer so we can see what it looks like a little bit. It's kind of hard to see from this far, but I wanted to show you a little bit of how the water is separated from the solids, but it's kind of hard to see from that angle. Well, you can kind of see from here, that's the good clean water, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show it to you because it's still pumping out. So, all right, maybe next time. All right, hope you guys liked it.